I have a confession to make. Like many devoted Djokovic fans, I've often felt a sense of unjust treatment in how mainstream media and rival fans talked about him. It seemed as if double standards were at play, always speaking negatively about his actions, intentions, and even his style and accomplishments. Because I couldn't find any other reasonable explanation, I believe that this biased aversion towards Novak was founded on more sinister factors, like racism, xenophobia, and a disdain for anything coming from Eastern Europe. But it turns out I've been wrong all along. I seem to have misinterpreted their commentary about Novak. What I've now realized is that no one has ever criticized him excessively. They just used words and expressions that hold meanings different from my assumptions. What threw me off is that somehow other players were described with one set of phrases, while Novak was described with his own, unique set. Different vocabulary, but apparently the same connotations. Essentially synonyms in disguise. In this video, we're going to explore some of these frequently used terms and phrases and unpack their unexpected meanings. This is Novak Djokovic's English to English dictionary. If you are confused after this intro, don't worry. Things will start making more sense once you see a few examples. Let's begin with a simple one. When Nadal plays good defense, that is called tenacity. When Novak plays good defense, he is a pusher. It turns out that tenacity and pusher are synonyms. You are probably as surprised as I was when I first learned this. Let's try another one. When Federer plays aggressively, coming to the net often and hitting a lot of winners, it is called attacking, beautiful, and exciting tennis. When Novak plays like that, it is called boring. Now, I've often seen Novak described as a boring pusher, and I would immediately assume that the person who said that was racist or just an idiot. But now that I know the real meaning of these words, I understand that what they're really trying to say is that he plays attacking, beautiful, and exciting tennis, and that he is also tenacious. Here's another example. When other players make a noise when striking the ball, it is called grunting. When Djokovic does it, it is called hindrance. Unfortunately for Novak, there's a rule against hindrance. So other players can grunt all they want, but he will sometimes get called for grunting, or in his case, hindering. Luckily, it doesn't happen often, only on important points in slam semifinals. When other players pump their fists or roar, they're passionate. When Novak does it, the word is inappropriate. When Federer hits a winner on an important point against Novak, he is experienced or clutch. When Djokovic hits a winner against Federer, it's a lucky shot.
Just gets the lucky shot in and off you go.
When Nadal says that he is playing injured, he is a warrior. When Novak says that he is injured, it is called faking. Now, these next two words are not exactly synonyms because they describe slightly different situations. When Nadal is losing and takes a medical timeout, it is called an injury. When Novak is winning and takes a medical timeout, it is called a dirty trick. When other players praise their opponent, they are gracious. When Novak does it, it is called disingenuous. Fans who cheer for Federer and Nadal are called Federer and Nadal fans. Fans who cheer for Novak are called Serbians in the crowd. I often wondered why some say that only Serbs like Djokovic, but now I know that anyone who supports him is called a Serb. And now it makes perfect sense. When other players praise or thank the crowd, they're classy. When Djokovic does it, he's desperate to be loved. When Federer dominated, that was greatness. When Novak dominates, it is a problem. A person who is not vaccinated against COVID is unvaccinated. When Novak is not vaccinated against COVID, the word is anti-vaxxer. And now we come to our first example of antonyms, words that have opposite meanings to each other. When Federer and Nadal vote to reduce prize money for lower-ranked players, they are ambassadors of the sport. When Novak votes to increase prize money for lower-ranked players, he is divisive. When Alcaraz expresses confidence, it is called self-belief. When Djokovic does it, it is called arrogance. Some words change over time. Here's an example. When Novak was losing to Federer and Nadal, and nobody could imagine that he would seriously compete with them, he was charismatic. Skip ahead 20 years to present time, where Novak surpassed Federer and Nadal, and he is now lacking charisma. The word charisma aged like fine wine and became lacking charisma. It still means the same thing, but it tastes better when it rolls off their tongues. When an athlete has good physical attributes, such as speed or flexibility, it is called athleticism. When Novak has speed and flexibility, it is unfair, and it reduces the greatness of his achievements. And last but not least, when another player owns the Grand Slam record, they are called the GOAT. When Novak owns the Grand Slam record, the expression is, "Please don't call him the GOAT." And there you have it. These are just some of the many English words that have unexpected meanings. Next time somebody uses them to describe Djokovic, don't be quick to judge them. Chances are something was just lost in translation. What other words do you know that should be included in Novak's English to English dictionary? Please let me know in the comments. As always, thank you for watching, and I will talk to you soon.